Welcome back to another episode of Raw Talk. Okay, I had a couple of weeks off, so what? I'm allowed to do that. It's my freaking channel. I'm going to find out what's new, what's going, and what's shubba-da-booba-da-shubba-da. Raw Talk. Yeah, what do we got now?
Pictures outside the White House in Washington. Donald Trump is, of course, refusing to concede defeat.
They had an election in America. Seems like 50-50 down the line for this one. It was a very close call. The whole country is completely divided. I don't know much about politics, but from what I gather is that there was an election. So the news has pretty much come out to say, yes, Biden has won. So now Trump wants to have a recount of a lot of states to work out whether, it's fraudulent, whether he did actually win. So we're yet to find that out. You just never know. It is 2020. It wouldn't surprise me if Donald Trump turned out to be the president again and everything else just got sort of turned upside down. And
counting is not tonight, with every ballot in battleground Georgia set to be recounted by hand.
Like I said, it's 2020. You just never know. I honestly don't think it makes any difference who gets in. No matter what, it's always going to have the same effect. There's always going to be the same issues. Always going to be about money. There's always going to be these billionaires that create such an indifference. Raw talk. Got Jeff Bezos at $116 billion. Bill Gates at $99 billion. 2,000 billionaires in the world. The wealthiest 1% of the world's population now owns more than half of the world's wealth. More than half of the world's wealth. Adults with less than $10,000 in wealth make up 56% of the world's population, but hold less than 2% of global wealth. Come on. Seriously? Does the world have to live like this, man? Come on. Money doesn't even exist. We made this thing up. Money is a belief system. Everyone decided that money wasn't real, then it wouldn't be real. You're probably like, oh, money is real. It has energy, blah, 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 blah. Let's move on. Raw talk. Here's something really cool. 10 years ago, I released an album, and it was called Mass of the Infinite. Anyway, this is the film clip from the first song that I released, and you can see here... The date is October 2010. Dropped in for the mail. I did all the artwork for this. When I was a kid, I would have been, 5 years old. My mum used to go to this lady's house, and her boyfriend at the time used to draw these like crazy landscapes with these aliens and skeletons and stuff. And it just had the most profound effect on me. I remember just growing up thinking, I want to be able to do that. A lot of these illustrations that I did throughout this video being inspired by that. But the reason why I think the aliens turned up in these videos is because when the internet first started coming out, I started getting into like looking at aliens, and I've always been sort of, what's out there. That's the album cover there. It's sideways. Raw talk. This video here, the album that I released, and it's in its original form, but I am currently in the process of remaking the whole thing. It was a video that I made it into a movie. I called it Mass of the Infinite, the movie. We used to make short films and stuff like that, so I cut them all together one time into a film that went along with all of the songs. Zombie film that we made, and concepts were all about a world kind of falling apart, and got my friends to wear masks and act for me all the time. Both these guys are dead now, unfortunately. They both committed suicide. It's a really depressing story. I won't go into it, but they were my best friends, and I miss them dearly. Raw talk. Here's some footage of when I was doing live. A few different people sort of played live with me at the time. Johnny, Nigel, Weaver contributed to the Mass the Infinite Evolution, SSNA Club, Retro Cafe, I'll Be in a Hotel, so they were all over the place. This is another film clip for the song Lion Dance off that album, myself playing tricks on myself. So that's actually what the short film was called, and I cut it into a film clip. So as you can see, there's me, tricks on myself, and having a fight with myself, and... So I would have been about 23, 24 there, about 15 years ago, making of that actual film clip. Moves into like old footage where I used to make these videos on an old camera that had a big crack down the screen, as he's always trying to look for surreal kind of effects. So you can actually find that if you want to go to Mass of the Infinite, called Creating Evolution, music video. Raw talk. System of a Down just came back out of the blue after 15 years of not releasing anything. The reason for that is because trying to bring awareness about the Armenian battles may have stopped for now, but the injustice continues. Over 100,000 Armenians are displaced from Artsakh, requiring humanitarian aid. This was a result of aggression and war crimes committed by the governments of Azerbaijan and Turkey. So Serge of System of a Down is saying that he wants to raise funds, speak to people of influence, and bring awareness to the people of Armenia. All the money that's going to be donated through Bandcamp. All you have to do is go here and buy a digital album. You can buy it for $2. You can buy it for whatever you want. And all the money from that will go towards raising awareness and helping to aid the Armenian people in these war times. It's basically a genocide against the Armenian people, and both the new songs are really good. Really, I would suggest going and checking it out. Foo Fighters have released a new video. It's got Dave walking along, tripping over, and he gets this girl on his back, and it's a really good song. It goes, shame, shame. The new Foo Fighters album will come out on the 5th of February, so that's kind of cool. You know, and it's called Medicine at Midnight. You can go and pre-order it and all that kind of stuff at the Foo Fighters. I love Foo Fighters, by the way. I have to say one quick story about the Foo Fighters. When I was 14, the first CD I got was Foo Fighters' debut album. It had a mailbox where fans could send in letters to Dave Grohl or the band, and I wrote a letter at the age of 14 saying, hey Dave, I've got these issues because I'm a 14-year-old boy and my stepdad is really mean, and can you help me, and if you could just send me like a signed t-shirt or something like that, then I would really love it. And obviously I didn't get sent anything. I was I don't know what I was expecting, like expecting all this stuff for free, but so I'm still a big fan of the Fooies, and I love their music. Raw talk. Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Hello, everyone. What a disorienting, strange year we find ourselves in.
Going through all the years of all the different crazy destruction things that they did. Because Nine Inch Nails really did break a lot of grounds. They really are an amazing band, and Trent Reznor has been a huge influence on my music, just in the way that he's able to layer vocals, layer guitars, and do all that kind of stuff. So his lyrics are very deep. Even though they're simplistic, they're very deep, they're very dark, and I think he has this sense of being able, he even says it, Iggy Pop sort of talks about it. The Nine Inch Nails music really gives people that understanding that they're not alone, that other people are feeling this darkness as well.
Even now, music's always been the thing that keeps me going, and as an artist, I think the most significant accomplishment or feeling is realizing something you've created from a fragile and intimate place has reached out, resonated, and affected someone else.
Resonated?
Changing how they see them. So, as to whatever being in a Hall of Fame means, thank you for the recognition. We've wound up in some weird places together, and you're an intense bunch that can drive me out of my mind, but this journey is far from over if I have any say in it, so let's stop fucking around, patting ourselves on the back, and get to it. Hope to see you all in the flesh soon.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. I'll try and keep up to date with these episodes. I'm trying to do them once a week. Please give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do that. If you want to subscribe to my other channels, I find them all by just going to rawv.com. And there's a list, a really easy list to follow. Make sure you leave some comments. Let me know what you want me to talk about in the next episode, and I will try and do that. Until next time, keep rockin', keep rollin', rock.